Hey everybody, drop my tools. I am just out. It's a beautiful day. Sad that I have to overdress. It's just because mosquitoes love me. There's really not a whole lot of them, but when they get me good. So I'm just gonna do a little, wage some war against the jungle here. It's a never-ending struggle. So this is what I'm up against. I've got my clippers and my machete and all my gloves just for pulling alu hay. But I started working back here near the house. There's all this old stuff that was just abandoned on the property. Rainforest is just eating it. So I started digging back here. I found a whole pile of old tires back here in the brush. And well, of course those are wonderful mosquito breeding grounds, so any chance I get to pull those out is great. Plus the ones without rims make wonderful pots for growing stuff. I can use them as raised beds. I forgot I'd actually brought this. I found I had this old half of a propane tank that was pulled out of the brush. So I stuck one of my jackfruit in it with some county mulch, and it looks like it's actually doing pretty good there. Getting some leaves. It had lost all of its leaves and looked pretty much dead, but it's coming back to life. Jackfruit are pretty forgiving. So I'm just going to let that grow. There's not much to grow in here. Solid rock. But build up around them, give them, you know, some more mulch as the roots start to expand, and hope it'll turn into a tree one day. So this is just got acres and acres of this. And so it looks like raw, untouched rainforest, but as you can see, there's definitely the marks of humanity here. There's an old tire. I hate the ones with the rims because I don't have a good way of getting the rims out and recycling the tires. So they're just probably going to have to be discarded unless I can figure out an easy way to do that. Oh, I'm sorry. Got my cord in the way. Awesome. Awesome videography. So it looks like an old cooler or something right there. I see some insulation foam. Trash. Who knows what's hiding under all this? I keep hoping I'll find, you know, a cooler full of cash. Yeah. Oh, it's a beautiful day though. Keep pushing this back. Hopefully my mosquito population will dwindle a little bit. Anyway, I'm gonna get started here and maybe have some progress, because it's always fun to just show some progress and make a log. There's some interesting, I don't know what those are called. I don't know if you can see it back there. They look like some sort of palm tree variant, but I don't know their name. I need to research. Anyway, I'm gonna get started here, see if I can rip some of these old tires out and cut back the alu hay, cut back the vivy. Some pretty bamboo orchids up there too. All right, enough of that. See you in a bit. Propped it up. I don't have a tripod, so I propped this up on the old trailer. See how that does. Watch me for a few minutes. You like watching people work. That's pretty. Got lots of bamboo orchids. They're very pretty flowers, but they are difficult to deal with because they form these very dense root clusters and they take over really fast. a lot easier with the weed eater or weed whacker. Gotta use what you got though. I'm gonna let this little livey go for now because it's covered with fruit. And they're actually really tasty, so. Turn that back a little. Opens up really quickly when you get the aluhe out. It's so bushy. Oh my gosh. Is that an axle or something? It's heavy. There's a nice planter. Upcycled tires. Yay! Kind of like a treasure hunt. Never know what you're gonna find. This one's disappointing. Got a shredded tire, and it's got rimmed. Plenty of mosquito habitat, but none of the benefit. Oh, okay. I've got a tailgate. Anybody need a tailgate? Ford. Years you think that's been sitting in the jungle. Still in good shape. Are you a Ford person, Chevy person, something else? Lots of car parts in here. Not sure what all I'm looking at. Big chunks of metal. Not a mechanic, I don't know what that is. What is that? sweat in my eyes. It stings. Rims. Here's one without rim. Right. With rims. There's the spare. That's still recording. All right. You kind of see what I've pulled up here so far. Got an axle or something, some other car parts, and some bars and tires. I'm gonna hop back into it here. Hopefully I don't have this pointed down like I did last time, or too high. The sun went behind a cloud, went inside for a little break and get some water. Of course, as soon as I come back out, it's like, hey, he's back. Sunshine. And it's hot. It's a toasty, burning kind of sun. And probably about 80 degrees. Right. What else we got here? It would be very awesome to have a tractor. Stuff that takes hours to do, it takes minutes. Scrape this down. Actually kind of want a road in this area going up to the center of the property. But what I also want to do is open up area. I've got so many fruit trees that I can't plant because I don't have room for them. And so hopefully I'll find some more fissures and stuff back here. What's that? You know, to throw some mulch down and plant some of my fruit trees, at least get them established and build the soil up until maybe in a few years I can afford to have a D9 come out and rip a little bit of the property to break through some of the pohoihoi of the lava rock. So that would be super awesome. But until then, it's all elbow grease. Gotta work with what we got. Thankfully we have machetes and arms. There's still more stuff down here, but I think it's like I'm buried under the jungle floor. Plastic jugs, stuff like that. Humans. Oh boy. But there's stuff. You might find something interesting one day. Just keep working it. Try to make the land beautiful and self-sustaining. pretty awesome. It is awesome. It's a labor of love. There's just always that part in your brain that says, oh, I wish I could do it faster, you know. So I'm not working on the same piece when I'm old. But I'm grateful for a piece to work on nonetheless. Fewer branches, more energy for the fruit, right? Something like that. Quite a pile there. Oh boy. Where the aluhe breeds faster than you can pull it up. Where'd that come from? I swear I just pulled that. These are getting annoying. I've been trying to cut the Vivy off higher because it's when they always throw baby suckers off the stems that you cut and they come back twice as thick. But some of them just block your path, so you gotta bring them down to the nubs. This is one of them. If I get down far enough, it's not a tripping hazard. Wishbone, make a wish. Wish for $10 million. Oh, yes! Sorry. Lots of trippers. Every time you think you got it, there's another. Come on, let's go. I try to find that first node because if you grab it there and pull, it snaps off pretty easy. It's really exciting to see the floor open up. What is that over there? It's like a hot tub or something. Probably a truck bed. Guessing by what I've been finding here. I don't know if you can still see me. Yeah, I believe that is maybe like the insert to a truck bed, like the plastic part, just the liner. Big clumps of grass. I don't know what kind of grass they are. They look like razor grass or something, but they pull up surprisingly easy. Keep expecting them to be a lot of trouble, but they just pop right out. You guys got to be bored watching me work. It's alright. This is lava pioneering. Lots of this. On the camera and off the camera. More off the camera. Okay. That's going to be a tricky one. gonna say, well, that's it, but there's like, I see 4 or 5 tires left over here yet. So I gotta go all the way around here and just keep pushing it back. But I think this video's seen plenty of me doing this. Got a few more years, I think, of doing this. Yeah, look at that mosquito water. Dang. They can't calm down. Oh, spoke too soon. There's one. Alright, well, I'll pick you up here and give you a grand tour because it's super exciting. Yay! Alright. Look at that jungle. Oh, this is just a tiny bit. That's awesome. Okay. Some ivy. Clusters and clusters of these little fruits. So, this is what we're working on. That's where all that was just a short time ago. You all are probably curious, since I brought it up, what I was looking at back here. So, let's see if we can penetrate this jungle, if I can say that. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. There's a 5-gallon bucket back there. Maybe another truck bed or something. And this thing. Truck bed, truck liner, bed liner. Yeah, you get it. Okay. Finally. Tires, more tires. Tires with rims, tires without rims. Like the ones without rims. Anybody know an easy way to get those rims off? Because these tires would be very useful. And I think there's like a disposal fee for tires here on the island, which is a real drag. So say you want to be conscious, environmentally conscious or whatever. If you want to go take care of those, clean them up, I think you have to pay to clean them up. And I think that's why people dump them. Wow. Maybe. Look at this. Beautiful day. So much junk. You know, some of this junk I've already repurposed. More tires. So many tires here. I think the guy that owned this before us, or whoever it was, they worked on vehicles and they just chucked them in the brush. Let the jungle take over. This old trailer, I have decided that it's ugly, but I've decided that it's a positive. Rusty old thing that it is, it's becoming quite a nice trellis for vines and whatnot. These are actually corns, popcorn kernels grown. This is a chayote squash. Super easy to grow. Takes over, super aggressive vine. Pretty cool actually, very attractive. It's competing with dragon fruit, which is also a very aggressive vine. It's a cactus. And got some more ghost peppers because I have 8 trillion of those. Need to figure out a way to market them. Got some volunteer tomatoes that just keep growing and growing. Just got to be careful of the rat lung worm. It's a real deal here. So this was an old trellis that I made. It was an experiment, just woven vivy sticks, and it turned out kind of cool. So I've got a couple of just chopped ivy and then the trellis. I like the look of it. But it's all stacked up on the side of this old trailer, and it actually looks really cool, so I'm okay with it. I know others would like to see it hauled off, but I'm okay with it as is for now. Look at all these. This is a lemon cucumber, and it is flowering like crazy. Climbing up that. I've been training it. Whenever it grows new vine, I put it up on here and make it grow upward. So those are going to be cool. There's some beans. These are random beans that I threw back here. Some bush beans, some that you get in bags at the store and you pressure cook them or whatever. I just wanted to see if they would grow. Some of them are, some of them aren't. I think there was some lentils in there too. More jungle cutting. That was a massive undertaking. All machete and clippers. Trying to open this up back here. This is really bad mosquito area, and of course our shower was sort of exacerbating it because well, all the water coming off of that was just giving them a nice habitat to grow in. So I wanted to open this up a bit, get some sunlight and let it dry out a little bit. This is actually where our water catchment will go in the future, if we ever get to that point. Maybe in years. Just want to fill this in with rock, maybe have a bobcat or something come in and scrape this down a little bit. Trying to protect our ohiyas. And then just little things. I don't know why I'm getting into this. Why not? My worm bed that I brought down the mountain. You can see all that. The worms are pretty awesome. These are red wigglers and a bunch of papaya sprouts in here. They kind of come up and die, and then worms eat them again. Those get big guys. They're avocados. I could pull those out, stick them on the ground somewhere, and they would start leafing out. And I probably will at some point when I don't have 8,000 other tasks, projects to do. Little low pressure water heater, absolutely awesome. Been running off a garden hose going to our small catchment over there. It's propane fired. This propane tank here I think is a 40 pound or 40 gallon, no 40 pound, I think it's about 7 gallons. And it lasts, you know, 2-3 months. So all this, I want to fill this in level, and I want to put my clear out the stumps and whatnot and the residual ivy trees, and put my utility shed in there for batteries, solar, all that, and pressure pumps, water, plumbing stuff. So hopefully one day we'll have a flush toilet back here too that will go down the mountain into a swale back here. It's kind of a ravine. We'll see about that. It's all just dreams right now. I have to figure out what kind of septic system you want to do. That is basil. Huge thing of just, you take those, you cut them off in the middle, stick them in the dirt, water them, and they grow into a whole new basil plant. Very almost licorice smelling, pleasant. Got lots of cacao. This is cacao, more cacao, and a bunch on the other side in pots. Got some rosemary, got some thyme. These are from the store. They sell them with the roots on, so you can just grow them at home, which is an awesome idea. Absolutely love that. Beans. Lots of, these are pretty, little purple flowers all over them. I want to know why they're flowering. They're not growing up the trellis. They're just flowering and getting ready to throw beans. I don't know what they're missing there. So, more of this stuff. My plants, my trees, the stuff I love. My plumeria cuttings are popping out. That's exciting to see. That one's getting its little nubs back. I just repotted them because they were looking rough. Medjool dates from I don't know if that's the pronunciation, but they're dates, and my favorite dates at that. Get them at the store. They've got the pits in them. Grow the pits. They're really easy to grow. Yeah. That was a mixed bed with sweet potatoes, turmeric, ginger, and the sweet potatoes are pretty much taken over. I've got some. These hibiscus are absolutely beautiful when they pop. A couple of pots in there. My Rolenia, my big beautiful one, was a little too close to the fire here when I was burning and lost a big chunk of it, a bunch of leaves, but it looks like the leaves are coming back. They're popping out on the sides. Happy to see that. Lost a papaya too, or most of a papaya. You can see the stem where I cut it is already growing new leaves, which is nice, even though the stem is horribly damaged. It wants to come back. I'm nurturing that, and I also have the piece that I cut off, the cane, which is the center, had no leaves or anything, but it's got a little nub on it that's sprouting leaves. So I was like, I have no idea. Can you reroot the cane, the stem of a papaya? So I am just doing experiments because I love doing that. Somebody would probably call me crazy, but shoot, it's fun. I'll show you what I'm talking about. My jackfruit, all the leaves stripped off and they're growing new leaves. I've been starting to rip off all the damaged leaves that I see, and they seem to actually respond very well to that. Got a whole bunch of watermelons sprouting in here. They're just volunteers from a store watermelon. There's also a lychee in there. But look at this. I just stuck it in wet sand, keeping it wet. I mist it occasionally. And it's just a cutting, just a cane from a dead or dying papaya. And you can see a new growth on it. Also trying some cuttings from some other plants. This is mango, and this is a bamboo from the park. Bamboo actually is the one I expected to really shoot up, but it's not doing anything yet. This one, the stem on that actually looks pretty healthy, if you can see that. So I'm hoping that mango will take off, because that tree actually had some big mangoes all over it. Anyway, this video has turned out to be much longer than I was going for, so it's going to take me an eternity on our lack of internet to upload it. The remains of my county mulch pile, they said they were out until August, which really bums me out. I was hoping to get another load one day. It's so hard to get a hold of. There's so much competition. You got to be the early bird. This is a pineapple. The last pineapple I ate probably a month and a half ago. I didn't have anywhere to plant it, so I just stuffed it in the mulch pile, and it's actually doing quite well. Just regrowing. Pineapples are ridiculously easy to grow. It's awesome. Anyway, I'm just gonna go tinker around, enjoy my day. I will catch you all later. Aloha! Bye-bye.